Look, I'm not gonna lie. I have a lot of addictions, okay? I'm not ashamed to say that. And one of my latest addictions is Cobra Kai. Very awesome series. If you haven't watched it yet, please take the time out to do so. It's very popular. But as we all know, with everything that is popular, companies like to cash in on that and make more merchandise, specifically video games. So you could imagine my surprise when I found out that there are Cobra Kai games. Now, the first one I'm going to talk about is called Cobra Kai Card Fighter. This is a mobile game released on Android and iOS. Now, as the name suggests, you can probably see that it's obviously a card fighting game. Now, I'll tell you right off the bat, I don't like card fighting games at all. I love fighting games on Android where my controls are laid out. Not to say that the controls aren't laid out in this game, they are very plainly. It's just that I'm not moving around and fighting. I don't have complete control of my character. Here in this game, I'm just simply picking the cards. I need to pick my attacks, I need to pick my guard cards, I need to pick my healing cards, and I need to be strategic about it in order to win the match. And the whole game basically plays out just like this. Now, most people won't have issues like that, but like I said, I mostly like it when my buttons are laid out, when I can have full control of the characters instead of just deciding what move they do next like an RPG. As you can see, the graphics are very good. I love the style that they go to. It's not going for realism at all. They put a little spin on the characters and how they look, but they still look the same as they were in the series. And I didn't really get far in the game because when I finished the first level, it tried to bring me into another tutorial level, and then the game just froze on me just like that. I have a phone capable enough to run Call of Duty Mobile at max settings, but when it comes to running card fighters like this, for some reason the game just glitched and I couldn't play it anymore, so I had to delete it. But overall, I guess it's an okay game if you are into card fighting games.
Cobra Kai, Karate Kid Saga continues.
What an awesome intro. I love this game so much. Now this game is a 2D side-scrolling beat-em-up in the same style as Double Dragon or in something more recent such as River City Girls. This game is very awesome. This game has a story mode where you can pick either between Cobra Kai or Miyagi-Do. If you pick either one of those dojos, you can play that same dojo specific story. You go through the game recruiting people all over the city in different malls and different schools. Some characters that you recruit are from the series and some are original characters just for this game. As you go through the game, you get to pick 4 characters before you start to level from the respective dojo that you have chosen. And a very awesome detail that I love that I put into the game, that when you play as Cobra Kai, all of their attacks are fire based, and if you play as Miyagi-Do, all of their attacks are ice based. I just love that interesting dynamic. I really love the look of the game. The graphics are so yes, the game isn't all that very good to look at. It's a budget game. It was made quickly to just throw out there to get some quick cash from the hype of the series, and I understand that, and it did the job. Obviously, I paid for the game. The game lags at certain areas. I mean, I guess that can be because I bought the Nintendo Switch version of the game, but nevertheless, the game does the job for me. I love Cobra Kai, and thus I love this game. I love the fact that every character that you pick, even though they have ice-based powers, all of them have distinctive powers and different feels to it and different combos and everything. They've clearly put a lot of love and care into this game, even the Nintendo Switch port. Yes, you can go out there and spend your money on a better version of the game on PlayStation or an Xbox, but I highly recommend the Switch version because you can take this game on the go. So it's sad that I can't really say the same for the next Cobra Kai game though. Cobra Kai 2 Dojo's Rising. Now this game is based off of the later seasons of the series, and as a result of that, we finally have Eagle Fang Karate. Now the very first thing I need to point out about this game is the graphics. Remember, I'm playing this on a Nintendo Switch, and this game, unlike the others, is striving for realism, and the Nintendo Switch is underpowered, which means that faces and hair and certain textures don't look good, as you can see in the menu. So bear with me as I go through this gameplay with you for the Switch. Now this game follows roughly the same story pattern as the very first one, where you need to now have the option to pick one out of the 3 dojos in order to go around the city and the different places that you have, the malls, the schools and all that, recruiting different people to make your dojo strong enough to win the All Valley tournament. And every time you finish a level, it reminds you how many days it has left until the tournament. As you can see by the gameplay here, it's different this time around. Now it's a 3D action platformer instead of a 2D side-scrolling beat-em-up, of which I like. I welcome the change of genre. Last game didn't really have much of a hub world to speak about, but this game now has a hub world, and it differs between the different dojos that you pick. And I'm very glad that I picked Miyagi-Do because I love the dojo and the settings, and you can fully explore what the dojo has to offer. What I really like about the first game and this game is that it uses the original voice actors from the series itself. Some of them don't use the original ones, obviously, but most cases they do. And I also like the cutscenes. The cutscenes sometimes are in this comic book style. Fortunately, during gameplay, some of the issues that plague the first game plague this game also. Sometimes you see some pop-ins, that is obviously noticeable, it's Nintendo Switch. Sometimes you see some lags, sometimes you see the frame rate will go up and go down very significantly to the point where the game might not be unplayable. And there's also some graphical glitches here and there, especially in the tournament mode of the game. The same gameplay carries over from the first game to this game in terms of which dojo you pick. They'll have different elemental attacks. Miyagi-Do stays with the ice and Cobra Kai stays with the fire. Both part 1 and 2 carries over this mechanic where you need to balance your chi and how you use it, because if you use out your chi, you can't use your elemental attacks and you're stuck using basic grabs and attacks, which in the grabs are very good. If you time the grabs properly, they can give you health, but if you don't, these people, I can say in a nutshell, just pummel you to the ground. Another thing I really don't like about this game is the AI. When the AI works, I tell you it works. They can kill you in almost an instant when it comes to certain special missions that you need to complete in a time limit. But in other times, the AI can be so dumb to the point that it can be game breaking, and I sometimes may have to reset the game entirely. But at the end of the day, these are just budget titles made for a quick cash grab. Thank you very much for watching the video. Hope you guys like the video. Comment, share, and subscribe. Share it with your friends and family. I love you guys so much, and I hope to see you guys on another video.